Hi, I'm Conneaut YouTube television volunteer Martha Sorahan, bringing you Conneaut's Hometown Happenings for the week starting July 1st, 2026. It's here, the country's 250th birthday celebration, and Conneaut's big Red, White, and Boom over Lake Erie gets underway at 3 p.m. Thursday, July 2nd at Lakeview Park amidst some of the hottest weather of the season. First up on the schedule are the pageants: Little Lady Liberty at 5 p.m., Little Miss Firecracker 6 p.m., and Little Miss 4th of July at 7 p.m. at the Park Bandstand. Live entertainment follows until 11 p.m. There will also be a bounce house, kids' rides, arcade games, and more. Friday's festivities will be highlighted by the annual 4th of July parade. It will line up at noon at the Ecstatic property at Broad and Jackson, head north on Broad to Erie Street, past the reviewing stand, and then over to Lakeview Park. At 3:30 p.m., the city's time capsule from 1976 will be opened. The festival continues with live entertainment, games, food, and so much more until 11 p.m. Saturday, July 4th, the festival opens at noon with more live entertainment and fun, and it caps off with fireworks over Lake Erie at 10 p.m. The fireworks show will close the sandbar on July 3rd and 4th, but the rest of the lakefront will be open. Red, White, and Boom Chair Debbie Carlson added that one family in particular, which had a part in that 1976 time capsule, is returning for the festival. She said the festival is getting a lot of traction on Facebook. So the committee says it's excited and ready to go with just one plea: rain, rain, go away. Although with this heat, some relief may be welcome as long as the fireworks go off as planned. Excessive heat is supposed to abate with temperatures in the 80s later this week. Despite the excitement, the shooting of a 34-year-old Brandon Butts of Conneaut following a law enforcement standoff in the 600 block of Orange Street on June 25th put a damper across the city. The felony arrest warrant being served by the Ashtabula County Sheriff's Office Special Response Team did not end as planned. The subject was in the basement of the home with another person. After that person was removed, the subject became non-compliant, according to the Sheriff's Office, and deputies and one Conneaut officer who perceived a threat opened fire. Early this week, the Ashtabula County Sheriff's Office had no further comment. They have not said who fired the fatal shot. Ohio's BCI is involved in the investigation. Conneaut City Council had the week off, but at its June 22nd meeting, more residents came forward to speak out against, you guessed it, a data center in the city, for which a feasibility study is underway at the Eastside Industrial Park. Although most of the public comments were repeats of previous council meetings, one woman brought up the name of Jeffrey Epstein, saying that he was a friend of Lex Wexner, who developed the massive industrial park in New Albany, a well-heeled community east of Columbus with dozens of data centers and 20 more planned. City Manager Nick Sanford and one councilman visited that site early last month. But that connection with Jeffrey Epstein, the woman said, makes her suspect of the integrity of New Albany leaders. She also asked what information the data centers will store and how that information will be used. She said administrative decisions should take public input into account, and according to council speakers, most people are opposed to data centers. She also mentioned a recent article on CNN which reported that data centers give off heat and that no protections are in place for human health and the environment. Conneaut City Council President Terry Moisio read a statement about data centers from state legislators who are starting to look at data center legislation, including House Bill 957 that prohibits new data center tax exemptions. He said the city wants to learn what it may or may not be able to do in that regard. He also fears that a moratorium on data centers might send a message that the city is closed for business. And we're not, he said. He pointed out that other things, including a property tax bill, is coming out of Columbus, which is delaying until August the collection of second half property taxes due to that bill. Regarding data centers, he said we need to know what is going on before we do anything. He also repeated that the city has to look at all sides of the issue and that it does not care what other communities do. We will do our due diligence and consider public input with full transparency. It has to be that way, Mr. Moisio said. City Council also reviewed local regulations for door-to-door vendors. Permits are required in order for the city to check the criminal histories of the solicitors. Residents should ask to look at their permits. Solicitors may not start before 9 a.m. They must stop by sunset, and they may not solicit on Sunday. But residents are not required to speak with them, and solicitors may not approach a residence with a "No Solicitor" sign. Anyone who thinks a solicitor is not abiding by the regulations is advised to contact Conneaut Police. One exception, religious groups or other tax-exempt organizations that go door-to-door do not have to abide by those regulations, the city manager said. Mr. Sanford also announced that NOPEC has under contract the second new house on Hayward Avenue and is pursuing ownership for the final 2 homes that are under construction. Conneaut City Council will meet at 5:30 p.m. July 6th in work session and 6 p.m. July 13th in regular live streamed session. Connie Naylor, Executive Director of the newly renamed Conneaut Visitors Bureau, or CVB, presented a thorough semi-annual board report to Council on June 22nd. She said she is pleased that 2 boat charter captains have joined the CVB and credits their joining to the skills of CVB board member Ashley Sharp, who handles its website and Facebook page. The organization now has 80 members. New members, individuals, businesses, and organizations may join at any time. She also said the group is still saddened by the death of Bochia Winery owner Bill Holden in the spring. It had to cancel a scheduled event there in May. Bochia's has been a longtime site of the CVB's annual meeting. That annual general membership meeting has been rescheduled for Monday, July 20th at 5 p.m. at Township Park, with the Dunes handling the refreshments. Awards will be given to the Conneaut Arts Center and the Conneaut Hospital Thrift Shop, both celebrating 50-year anniversaries. The 2025 and 2026 Spotlight Awards will go to Sparky's Place and Spencer Farms, respectively. City Council President Nick Sanford will speak at that meeting. And finally, the CVB is selling license plate covers for just $5, not only at its office at 929 Broad Street, but it will be selling them at the 4th of July Festival. In school news, Emily Distelrath has been named the new principal of Gateway Elementary School by the Conneaut School Board at its June 17th meeting. Gateway's longtime principal, Dawn Zappatelli, is retiring. Distelrath has been assistant principal at Lakeshore Primary School. Conneaut Summer Recess Program, which is run by the school district and the City Rec Board, is underway weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. at Lakeshore Primary School for kids entering 3rd through 8th grades. Free lunch is served at 11:30 a.m. at Lakeshore and at the Conneaut Human Resources Center at 327 Mill Street for all Ohioans 18 and under. Conneaut High School is offering volleyball skills camp 9 to 11 a.m. July 6th to 9th for students entering 4th to 7th grade. The cost $25. Conneaut Rec Board's annual tennis camp returns 10 a.m. to noon July 6th to 10th at the Spark Tennis Courts at Route 20 and Stadium Avenue for kids 3rd to 6th grades. And that is weather permitting. Check the Rec Board's Facebook page for details. In county news, Ashtabula County is celebrating July 4th in style with a big celebration that gets underway shortly before noon in Jefferson. A bell will ring 13 times at 11:45 a.m. to begin the celebration, which will remember the 13 original colonies. A parade at noon starts at Jefferson High School. The Declaration of Independence will be read at 1:30. There will be a wine and beer garden, arcade, craft market, and fireworks at 9:30 p.m. The Ashtabula County Board of Elections is looking for a new director after John Mead announced his retirement after 6 years. The new director must be a Democrat because the deputy director, Charlie Fry, is a Republican. And the Covered Bridge Festival is also looking for a new director as Ginger Whitehead plans to give up the job after this year's festival in October due to family responsibilities. She said the job is good for someone not relying on it for a full paycheck. And John Barbo has announced that he will run against Dave Thomas for Ohio's 65th District House seat in Columbus. It represents the southernmost part of Ashtabula County and a portion of Trumbull County. In library news, Conneaut Public Library will host Teen Game Nights at 3 p.m., July 7th and 21st. The Friday Cookbook Club meets at 1 p.m. Friday, July 10th, with an America 250 theme. The BYOB, or Bring Your Own Book Club, will meet at 4 p.m. Wednesday, July 8th. Summer reading programs include a Toy Story escape room, July 27th through August 1st, for teams of 3 or more at Conneaut Public Library. Registration is required. Kingsville Public Library will host a Wednesday morning book club at All Things Coffee, 3075 Creek Road, for kids in 6th to 12th grade. And the Conneaut Arts Center offers free craft station 10 a.m. to noon Thursdays at Township Park's Lower Pavilion, and that's for all ages. The Conneaut Arts Center's 2026 season of free outdoor Sunday evening concerts begins at 6 p.m. Sunday, July 12th, with the local band Good Question. Bring a blanket or lawn chair. Concessions are available. In other events, the Ashtabula Arts Center 2026 Outdoor Straw Hat Theater presents its second summer production, She Kills Monsters, the weekends of July 10th and 17th at 7:30 p.m. Conneaut's D-Day Museum at Harbor Street and Lake Road will host a special open house from noon to 5 p.m. Saturday, July 11th, with presentations by the 40s style vocal trio, the Everly Sisters, at 1 and 3 p.m. The museum is free. And yes, it's open every Saturday and Sunday from noon to 5 p.m., but the open house brings special programs. July 11th is also the date of the Monroe Township Fire Department's annual Summer Carnival at the Fire Hall, 4095 Center Road, with free food, snow cones, cotton candy, popcorn, games, and prizes, and a fundraiser basket raffle. Sandbar Suds' next free live concert, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, July 11th, at Marine Memorial Park on Day Street, will feature the Ernest T. Band and the food truck Squeezed. Arlene's Broadway on Buffalo opens The Little Mermaid for 3 weekends, starting July 17th at 236 Buffalo Street. And a fundraiser, Spark in the Dark 5K, is coming to the stadium on Saturday, July 25th. Sign-ups are underway at Conneaut High School, and the band will perform at 9 p.m. Conneaut Farmers Market is open Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Moose Club parking lot at Broad Street and Park Avenue, with local fresh produce, baked goods, and handmade crafts. Good Shepherd Lutheran Church at Grove Street and Lake Road will not be distributing free lunches on Saturdays this month, but it will be selling smash burgers and fries from 5:30 to 7 p.m. July 4th. Then, Good Shepherd will sell smash burgers and fries every Monday in July, starting July 6th, those same hours starting at 5:30. Only the church food pantry will be open 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays in July. Bingo is 6 p.m. Tuesdays at the Conneaut Human Resources Center on Mill Street. And if you want to beat the heat, the Conneaut Creek Float and Fly is open on Route 7 at Walton Road, with kayak and float rentals. This week's last but not least, if you still need a flag for the 4th of July, you may lease one for $35 per year from the Conneaut Rotary Club. The club will put the flag up in the spring and take it down in the fall. Visit ConneautRotary.com. That's it this week from Ohio's Sharpest Corner. Until next week, I'm YouTube television volunteer Martha Sorahan saying so long. And on behalf of the entire Conneaut Access Television Board, have a wonderful 4th of July.